Hi everyone, this is Deb with Dahlia Designs, and I am here with the jewelry making fun collaboration, which is every month on the 18th at noon Eastern. A group of us post according to our take on the prompts I give, and there's always a mandatory color, but this year we're using cards from the Color Cube by Sarah Renee Clark. I randomly picked them and then I sorted them by month. So for April, it's number 320, and unfortunately, I might have put it back in the wrong place because I cannot find that card, but it's artichoke, which is dark green, chocolate, dark brown. I'm not sure there's too much of a difference there, but maybe. I guess chocolate's a lighter brown if you do milk chocolate anyway. Charcoal, which is a gray, which I use only color maybe I didn't use, and taupe, which is tan. And I gave one of the optional challenges. Option one is to use gemstones. I didn't really use gemstones, but I did use wood for the taupe because I had put, you could use a tan jasper, which I love, picture jasper, magnesite, natural, or wood or bone. I do have some check glass in here that has sort of a bone color, so that might count. That's in the last piece I did. And then option two I did use, which kind of surprised me because I had this tray sitting on my jewelry table with a design laid out here, which is the last piece I made. From Potomac Beads March 2024 kit. I used to get as a influencer, I guess, the treasure box that they have, and stopped it after this one because I was not able to keep up. So anyway, and thank you to Potomac Beads for that. But I had all this stuff laid out plus some more that I used and hadn't used it. And in there were some green heart leaves, transparent green with AB heart leaves. So I did use some leaves. They're sort of heart-shaped leaves, but they're there. Because it says spring is here. Yes, it is. The bright in the otherwise dark day is the leaves, right? The trees have come to life, awakening from their winter sleep. Mine have buds, and some of them actually have leaves. I need to carefully put this somewhere else. Sorry, hang on. Oh, and hope I don't drop all those beads and bump it and all that stuff. Okay. So let me show you what I did. Okay, I'm going to bring them out a little bit at a time. The first things I did, I was going to make just all earrings. And I have a pair of earrings, which I don't have here now, that I love. And they're similar design, but they're blue and gold, blue, white, and gold. And yeah, that's it. And I initially thought I'll make three strands and put these on as another dangle, but I thought it was too much. And my earrings have two, and I love them. So the earring findings, the lever backs with the shell in antique brass were in the Potomac Beads kit. This is a closed 7mm jump ring, which I had in my stash. And then all these beads were in that kit. So you can see the different variety. And here's my little leaves. So I met option two, in my opinion. There's no gemstones in these. It's all check glass, glass, and yeah, check glass and crystal. And I love those. Those might be for me because I needed a new pair, sort of brownish color, brown and tans. And I mean, these are almost like a smoky topaz, but they're a little lighter. So I met the colorways, I feel like, but I didn't meet the gemstones. And then this pair, this earring pair was also the lever backs also in the kit. And I just did the bottom dangle part because not everybody likes a long dangle. I like both. Okay, so then the next thing I did was two more, oh no, was a bracelet to match that. And I only had three of these little heart leaves left. I put one on the back as a dangle. This is about a 7-inch bracelet. It is strung with a clasp. The clasp I think was from BB Craft. Again, a closed jump ring there. And I did use wire guardians because I just didn't trust that, you know, the roughness in here. But I don't like using crimp covers. They're more headache than they're worth. So this bead and is the same as this link here, like that. And then the heart leaves, and then the little check glass, and then just a variety. These are actually a tannish brown star bead, but I thought they could look like a flower. So, but my daughter, when she was little, was hearts and stars, hearts and stars. And then I had a couple of these, and I just did every other one, and different shapes, some bicones and some little ovals I only had a few of. And then the little dangle on the back. And that, like I said, is about a 7-inch, 6 3/4, 7-inch, something like that. Maybe even 7 1/4, but I'm not positive. It would be really snug, I think, for 7 1/4. So that's the first set. And then the next thing I made was these earrings. And I made 2 pair identical, I believe. And here's where the wood is for the taupe. I was going to use smoky quartz and picture jasper and or maybe tiger eye anyway. And I did find some brown pearls I had out to go with the smoky quartz, brown and tan. So I use these same little teardrop beads. This time I have them right side up. So they're a double dangle too, but a little shorter. And the kit had these like flower bead caps. But this was the only bead in the kit that looked right with it, so I used the wood. And I just did simple loops on all these this time. I usually do wire wrap, but I thought it would make them too long if I did wire wrap loops. So there's those, 2 pair of those. And then lastly, this I had laid out already on my board from this part, although I had to change a little bit at the end. So here's where I'm saying I use those sort of bone colored, they're like a white with Picasso, but it sort of looks like bone. Anyway, I made about an 18.5 inch necklace. I used some tiara cast antique brass rings in my stash. And then the chain, this clasp, and the jump rings, these two, and hooking onto here. That was all from a paperclip chain kit, bundle, I should call it, not a kit, from BB Craft. All the wire I'm using is Soft Flex heavy metallics. I didn't really need heavy, but I wanted the color, and that's the only one I had in it that I could see. So it's a little bit thicker than normal, but I was able to go through the, what do you call these things? Bicone twice. So that, and you know, at the end you need to do that. And I did double crimp it because my crimp beads in that color that I had were crimp beads and not crimp tubes like I usually like. So I put one here and one here. So this wire goes down through both of those and is crimped, and then it ends because the hole in this bead was too small to put it through. So those are my makes for April 2025 Jewelry Making Fun collaboration, and I look forward to seeing you soon with some other projects. Maybe even in the same colorway. I have a lot more beads to use. Either that or I just need to put them away for now and bring them out the next time. That's probably what I'll do. I need to clean my jewelry table off. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, some earrings, a bracelet, and a necklace. Let me know what you think. A little more dainty this time. Sometimes I go big and bulky, but not this time. There were big and bulky beads in the kit, but since I already had this laid out, I wanted to finish it. And I think this was all of those beads. I couldn't make earrings in that style, but this still matches this, I think, pretty well. All right, guys, please go check everyone else out. That will be linked down below. I know of one participant who might not be able to have her video up for personal reasons this time, or at least not on time. But no one else has contacted me that I know of that said they couldn't participate. So be sure to check everyone else out, okay? We have some talented people, very creative people. Um, I think I'm good at making jewelry, but I don't necessarily have the best creative eye, if you will. So anyway, that probably comes from my very detail-minded accounting brain that I had from years ago. All right, guys, take care. Have a wonderful day. Have a happy Easter. If I don't talk to you before then, I probably will not on this channel. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.